You ever say to yourself, I want to make a panel to paint on? I got you. So you're gonna need corner clamps, hammer, wood glue. You're gonna need nails, 2 type, wire, and brads. You're gonna need a hard board and some common board. The sizes are there for the common board, but the hard board is cut to the size you need. The first step is to do a fit check. So you want to make sure that the relative size of all your boards, your hard boards, fit, so that you don't waste time putting everything together and it's the wrong size. Once you're sure everything fits, you can put glue on one of the corners that's to fit into the other board that you're going to drive the nails through. That's usually the way I like to do it, because I feel like it adds more stability. Anybody that has a better idea, you could always put it in the comments. I put the corner clamps on there to secure it, so that it is easier to get that 90-degree angle, that perfect 90-degree angle, without it wiggling and breaking apart. And then my dog saunters through to be nosy. But the corner clamps, get some pretty good ones, because if you make art panels, once you make them, you probably start making them all the time. And the better they are, the longer they last, and the more durable they are, and the better they'll hold. So once you get the 2 sides set, you can let it sit up so that the glue can harden, because the nails are to keep it in place, but the glue adds the extra strength to it. And then when you put the other sides together, you could take the corner clamp off without it worrying about it wiggling or snapping. The bigger the panel you make, the more divisions that you'll need in the middle, and maybe even some stuff in the corner, some angles in the corner to help give it that extra rigidity. Since this is short, this is 16 by 24, I'm not really worried about it being unstable. Plus, once it gets secured to the surface, it's going to be like rock solid. So all you need to do is use the longer nails to nail the back supports together, because then you're going to use the finishing nails, the brads, to secure the face, the panel to it. As long as you can avoid your dog sauntering all through your space. But I like to work outside to get a little sun, enjoy the fresh air. Once I nail down the surface, I usually only use probably about 8 of the finishing nails on the smaller panels. The bigger panels, I'll probably put more nails in there just to make sure that it gets the adhesion for the glue underneath and adds that extra bit of stability. And so I put 3 across the top, 3 across the bottom, and then 1 in the middle on the opposing sides. And for the most part, that tends to be pretty good in making it pretty rigid and pretty secure. So, but it's always up to you and your process. The last step is to do a gesso finish. I'm pretty sure there's varying degrees of opinions on to gesso or not to gesso. And some people are probably looking at this like, are you doing that with a paper towel? Yes. I do mixed media art, so it's a lot easier for me to be a little bit more messy, a little bit more aggressive with the surface. And usually I don't gesso the surface anyway. But for the purposes of finishing the panel, that's the only reason I did it. If I was going to do a really refined painting, I would sand this and put a couple more coats on it, but that's it. Panel done. Thanks for joining me.